Well, this is a first for me. Either I forgot to do an intro or somehow it didn't record or got deleted. So I guess I will be doing it this way. Hi everybody, it's Money Saving Coupon Gal. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing 2 Valentine's Day crafts, and I thought I would record them and share them with you guys since you're always asking me to post more craft videos. So without further ado, let's get started. First project we're going to do is this love sign. So you need a love sign from Dollar Tree. You will need paper of your choice. Now Dollar Tree doesn't sell paper. They do have like some glitter paper. It comes 3 sheets to a package. You could use that. I found this at AC Moore that I wanted to use. It's actually double-sided. So I'm going to use that. And those were 99 cents on sale a sheet. You will need a paintbrush to put on your Mod Podge. I have this from Dollar Tree. My scissors are from Dollar Tree. My sanding block is from Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to use my Cricut scraper, whatever you call that, and a fingernail file. So let's get started. Okay, first I'm going to cut this tag off of here. I'm going to leave the string on because I might hang it. So I don't want to take the string off and then just have to add a new one to it. I have this paper that says I love you. And then on the other side, it's black with little white hearts. Now, my original plan was to put the I love you on the O with the heart, and then I was going to use the other side on the L, V, and E. That's why I bought 2 separate sheets. But after I saw the I love you on there, I really liked how it looked. So it happened to be just the right width to be able to do the whole sign. So I cut out a big piece to go across the whole sign, and that's what I did. I did not use the back side at all, and it fit perfect. I didn't cut it perfectly straight, but the sign fits on there, so it will work. So I'm just making sure that all the sides are covered, and now I'm going to get the Mod Podge to start putting on it, but I realized I did not bring a container to put it in, so I have to grab a styrofoam container I had sitting there. I pour some Mod Podge in that, and then I just start putting it on the sign. I would say do a thinner coat than I did. I put a little bit thick coat, but it all worked out fine. And I don't know, I'm probably going to kick myself that I'm not painting it first, but I don't know if I want to paint it because of the color being so light on the paper. I might want to just leave it that way. Leave it natural looking. I think I'm going to have to do a couple letters at a time so that the Mod Podge doesn't dry. Since I have a ceiling fan over me, I did put thicker Mod Podge than I should because I didn't want it to dry out, but it still was. So I ended up just doing 2 letters and then putting the paper on. I just tried to smooth it out with my Cricut scraper, and then I do the other half of the O and part of the V, and then I ended with doing the rest of the V and the E. I don't know if you can hear that rain out there. So when I did my hauls today, that I was going to do some outdoor painting and so I could make some different projects for you guys, and it just started pouring like crazy. And I feel bad too because my husband got 8 hours overtime today, so he's out in that rain. Okay, I got all the Mod Podge on, and then I started smoothing it out, and I realized it looked like on the bottom there a little bit of the sign was showing, so I clean up the glue, and then I kind of mess with it. I pull it up again and lay it back down and get it to where the whole sign is covered. Okay, I'm just cleaning up some of the excess glue that's squeezed out from underneath, and I want to start cutting some of this paper. I'm going to get as close as I can, and I'm probably not even showing you, am I? Okay, I'm cutting in between the letters here. I'm not worried about getting real close because I'm going to use the file for that. I apologize for going out of frame so many times. I didn't realize I was doing that until right now while I'm editing the video. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting the paper away from the empty spaces in between the letters So I'm not worried about getting it right up against the actual wood letter, because I will be sanding this down once the paper is dry on the word love. So as you see, I'm just cutting as much as I can away, and then I'll take care of the rest after it's dry. Now that I got it all cleaned up, I need to cut some slits in the O so that I can cut that section out of the where the heart is in the middle of the O. So when I'm cutting these, I don't cut all the way to the edge, because that's what I will use the file for, because you don't want to cut it too short and then end up having to fix it because your sign is showing where there should be paper. So I just continue to cut around the heart inside the O, getting out as much paper as I can, not being too particular about it, but trying to get as much as I can off. You don't want to leave a lot of paper there, but you don't have to worry about getting it real close either. And now I'm going to just rub around each letter to score the paper there, fold it over the edge of each letter. And then that helps too, because you know exactly where you need to file. And even at the top there, I end up cutting some of that off. And I'm just going to take the file and let me zoom out some. Maybe I'll stop going out of frame if I zoom out some. So I'm just going here at the file. Let's see, let me try the sanding block instead. So I got one side done. That looks nice. And then I'm going to put Mod Podge over it when I'm done. Okay, flip this placemat over, hoping that you can see better. I was looking, I didn't know if it was too busy before. But anyways, I cleaned all the edges. I went and got this other fingernail file. It was a little bit coarser. And I just filed all the edges down. And then I did another coat of Mod Podge over it. Now I'm thinking of doing some dry brushing. So I have this black apple barrel paint here that's in black. Hoping that's focusing. If not, it's just black paint. This is my first time doing any dry brushing, so I thought I would be okay putting it on the Mod Podge, but it did not want to absorb into it because I put a protective coating over the paper. So here I decide just to kind of do lines around the outline of the letters to see how it looked. I did not like how that looked at all. So then I went to wipe it off and it wasn't coming off, and I thought I had just ruined the whole sign with the paper. So I was kind of upset. And then I decided, let me take some water and see if it'll come off. And of course, because of the Mod Podge, it came right off, so I was able to clean it completely off. I did kind of play with it a little bit to see if I could maybe get it to look a little antique or something. I think it did get a little bit darker just because of the Mod Podge, nothing to do with the paint, but it just wouldn't stick. So now I know when you're going to do any dry brushing, you need to put it on before the Mod Podge. Lesson learned here. But anyways, I still like how it came out, even though I wasn't able to do the dry brushing. So here I'm just cleaning it all up since I didn't do the whole sign. I didn't want some of the letters to be a little bit darker than the other letters. I'm going to go ahead and paint the sides. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but I think I am. I think they will look better. Okay, I painted all the sides, and now I'm going to, a little bit of piece there, I'm going to put a ribbon on it, I think, a little bow. I have this off-white black, and then I have red. I got this at Joann Fabrics, I believe. So I'm not sure if I should do black, if that's like too black or what, but I am going to put something else with this, but I just can't do it right now because I need to go outside and paint, and like I said before, it's pouring out. So how I make my little bows is I just take a piece of ribbon And I just take it and turn it over, flip it over, and then just tie it. And then I just play with it, how big I want the bow to be, and then I just tighten it. I'm not sure how big I should do this, or if I should do a double bow, do red and black together to tie the red in with this, because the items that I'm going to have with it are going to be red. Let me see how it looks with the red also on it. So here I'm taking the red and the black ribbon, just putting them on top of each other, making a bow again. I'm just playing with it, trying to get the loops and the tails to the size that I want. Sometimes this happens right away for me, and sometimes I have to play with it a little bit. But I do like the two colors together, and now I'm going to cut the tails off. But since they are only 3/8 inch ribbon, I'm just going to cut the tails at a slant. So I usually put my tails next to each other so I know how long to cut them and try to get them the same size. And here I'm just trying to separate the bows so that, or the loops I should say, so that you can tell there's two different colors. So I'm just playing with it. I want both colors to be able to show, so I might have to glue them down so that they stay separate. Okay, you will see later that I ended up gluing a couple of the loops down so that you could see the different colors in the bow. While the ribbon is drying, I thought we'd go on to our next project that I wanted to put with this on my TV table. So I have these two vases from Dollar Tree. They both have hearts on them, but this one's got a lot of hearts and this one's got a little bit of hearts, and it says love. And then I got two of these candle holders, and I thought these would be nice to stand them on. And also I got two different sizes. So if you look, there's two different sizes, so they'll be staggered. But I bought this paint on clearance at Walmart a while back, and I have not used it yet. I think I used the silver one on a tumbler, but I have not used the red one. So I think I'm going to paint these. I'm going to paint one and see how it goes, because I thought about glittering them or just painting them, but I thought, well, you know what? This has paint and glitter in one, so let me try it. So I'm going to go outside since it's not raining today. It's the next day since I started this project. And so I'm going to go outside and spray paint these and see how it works. As I showed in a previous haul, I bought some of these red and white gems, glass gems from Dollar Tree. Actually, everything's from Dollar Tree. So and I think I'm going to pour these. Oops, sorry about that noise. Pour some in there. I bought 3 bags. So I'm going to separate, and I'm going to try, because there's not a lot of red in there. They're more clear. So I think I'm going to pull the red ones out. Just split them evenly, because I don't want them just to all pour into one. As you can see, there's not very many red. So it's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 red. So I'm going to pour half of these in there. Another half in there, and we'll do 6 in there and 7 in there. I muted this so that you wouldn't have to hear those glass gems hitting against the glass faces, but I'm trying to separate the red and move them around so they're not all in one clump together, because as you saw, they did not give very many red glass gems to begin with. And then I bought these candles at Dollar Tree. One has hearts all over it, and the other one has hearts and it says I love you, and I just put that in there. And it's perfect because one of these say love and one's just got hearts. Now these are real candles, so use your own discretion if you want to burn them or not. I probably will use them just for decoration. If I'm going to burn any candles in here, I will use the flameless candles. I don't really burn actual candles unless it's Bath and Body Works, and you know they come in the glass jars, so it's safe. But these, I would say you would have to take the plastic off that has the saying on them, because that's just plastic on there. I don't know if you can see on the top there. It's all around here. So you would have to peel this off, which defeats the purpose of getting them because they said that. So they will just be for decorations. Or I might switch them and put the I love you over here and the hearts over here so that it's both say I love you. We will see. And then I also have some of this diamond wrap. I was thinking about using it around the top here, but I'm going to wait till I get them all together and then see how it looks to decide if I want to add the diamond wrap or any ribbon to it. I ended up having to spray paint these differently because I could not get those cans. I have two I found of the red glitter paint, and I could not get either one to spray. So I'm going to have my husband look at them when he gets home. So I ended up just painting these red, and here is what I used. Now, I know this is a Dollar Tree haul, so you could just use red paint from Dollar Tree, but I wanted to use what I had on hand. I had this gloss banner red Krylon paint, and I used this to spray paint it. And then I did the triple thick clear glaze to protect it, but it kind of made it dull looking. So I then sprayed it with Rust-Oleum clear gloss, which I use this a lot. As you can tell, the can is like empty. So that's how I got this look, and I painted all around, not the inside, just the sides and the top of the bottom. I had separated the glass gems, and as you can see, here's the package. I bought 3 of those, and you can see how many you get of the clear ones versus the red ones. You get very little amount of the red glass gems. So I separated them so I'd have more control over where they went. So now I have the 2 different candlesticks, and I'm trying to decide which one I want, which vase lower and which one higher. Then I decide to do the love one higher. Okay, before I glue these on, I want to tell you, I'm sure if you bought anything from Dollar Tree, you know they have the big stickers on there. These actually had stickers that were the whole size of the bottom. What I do to get the stickers off, because I hear people all the time in groups complaining that the stickers won't come off and how do they do it. I used to do it back in the day. When I say back in the day, like probably even just 6 months ago, I used to put peanut butter on them and do different things, and it was such a pain to get anything off, the labels off. So now what I do is I take my heat gun. You could probably take a blow dryer if you don't have a heat gun, but I take my heat gun and I heat up the label, and then I slowly peel it off. And it comes off really nice, and then I take some rubbing alcohol and I just clean up the glue residue. So if you're having trouble getting labels off, all you need to do is heat it up and then clean it off with some rubbing alcohol. Okay, let's start gluing these on. I used E6000 to attach these, but you could use the little tubes of glue that they sell at Dollar Tree, or you could also use the hot glue sticks they sell at Dollar Tree. Now I'm just putting the glass gems back in. I'm putting the clear on the bottom and the red on top. I think this is about the 3rd time I've taken them, put them in and taken them back out, and I'll be doing it again before the project's done with. But I put the candles in, and I did end up putting the heart candle with the heart vase and the love candle with the love vase. And I think they came out really cute so far. Okay, this is how it looks with them glued on. And now I decided to put some of the diamond wrap on there. I will admit, I wish I would have used the sheets of like diamond wrap they have that has the glue on the back of them, because since the candle holder is not exactly straight down, it goes at an angle when it gets towards the bottom there. It didn't want to sit flush, and I do not like that. But I've was afraid if I pulled it off after I glued it on with the E6000 that I would end up pulling the paint and everything off and making a big mess. So I left it and I ended up doing it all with the E6000. But if I were to make this again, I would use the little strips of diamond wraps with the glue on them. They come in sheets. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know. And I'm sure I have a sheet of it here and I can show you guys in my group. But anyways, and then I thought about adding 2 rows, but since it's tapered down so much, it would have even been worse. So I said, forget that. And I just left it with the 1 row of 3. If you look at the one that's already done, you can kind of see gaps in there. And even if I tried to glue it down, it's still puckered at some areas. Luckily, you don't notice it that much when they're standing right side up because the top part is flush, but upside down you can really tell that they pucker at some areas. But that's okay. This was my first time using that diamond wrap on something like this, so I'm satisfied with how it looks. I think it adds some bling to it, and I needed to use the diamond wrap anyways, so this was a good idea in theory, just didn't come out as I had planned. So anyways, here I am gluing it all on and cleaning up any glue that fell on the glass or on the vase or on the candle holder, just wiping it up while it's still wet. And now I'm going to turn it upside down and look at it, and this is where again I decide to try maybe 2 rows and again say nope, forget that. So here is the final results. Okay, so they are all done. I can't turn these sideways, but I did take pictures I will post after this video showing you what they look like. I love how this all came out. I like the red and the white on this, but I like kind of the antique paper on this. And I think after I put the Mod Podge on, it made it a little bit darker, because if you look, it doesn't seem to be that dark on here. Or before the Mod Podge. But I really like how this came out and stuff. I was going to put a red and black bow on here, but I like how this has black, so I added the black and red, and then I added the red to this. So stay tuned and I will post pictures. But before I do that, let me thank everyone for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like I said, it gave you some ideas. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate your support, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and when you do, please click that bell, because then you'll always be notified when I post a new video. So thanks everyone for watching, and till next time, bye everyone.